Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with our playthrough of Dungeon Siege 3. Move that little mouse. Move the little mouse out of here. So, we are now in the Spire. Alright, saving. Ooh, that's not good. When you advance past a certain point and it auto-saves for you, that seems like it might be an issue. Oh, hello, chest. Claymore of Stunning. So, you know, I'm actually curious, is the stuff that we get based on level or area? Right? Because it's possible it's level based. In which case it wouldn't matter where you are. Like, I figured since we were in the DLC would give us better quality stuff, but it's possible it's level based, in which case it'll be here. And you notice there's a couple people down there towards the, I mean, maybe you can't really see it that well. Right in front of that door, there's like some...
The walls are close here. If it comes to a fight, we won't have room to move.
Speaking of which, there's a couple Archons right there. That's no good. But they don't seem to be attacking us, so maybe... Well, I guess we'll see.
Wait, no weapons. We've come to talk, not to fight.
Quickly, Rajani. We shouldn't be here.
So I can say get out of the way, and I believe if I do that we have to fight them. I'm not sure. But we'll say, what do you want?
Jane doesn't know you're here, does she?
We only speak for ourselves, not for Our Lady.
Jane is first among our sisters, like her mother before her. We don't want to betray her, but...
Jane has lost her way. She talks of visions and dreams. A great tree, carrion birds. She claims to hear the voices of our lost gods in her mind. And that proves she is mad.
You know, we've had visions of trees and carrion birds as well, where we found the corpses of the last of the 10th Legion.
Maybe she is hearing the voices of your gods.
Our gods are dead, tumbled from the heavens and gone. We sought them long, across 1,000 divine realms, and never found a trace.
Not true, sister. Jane's mother claimed to have discovered a remnant, a forgotten seed of the first creation, the handiwork of our gods. But none of us ever saw.
What kind of seed do you mean?
She never told us the form it took, only that she could sense the power that shaped the world, still alive and potent within.
That's pretty incredible. You're talking the ability to create, like, the power of the gods themselves. Because that's the thing, this is a dying world. Or a world where magic is dying. A world where the gods existed, the gods created the world, and then the gods fell to earth and died. And magic has been deteriorating ever since. So to find an actual... a seed that could lead to the rebirth of the gods is incredible.
What gods do you mean?
The creator gods, who we served long ago, or so we have always believed. We have no memories of them, only stories that we tell, and faith that they are true.
Jane commands the Azonite Church, but she worships these creator gods in secret?
She claims to be faithful to Azunai, so that her followers won't abandon her. And she doesn't deny that he is real. But her true faith, her secret faith, has always been to our gods, to the gods of her mother.
I'm assuming Azunai is the Radiant Youth, in which case Azunai is real. And if you believe if you believe that gods gain their power from the faith of their believers, like, it was an idea that was introduced in like the Sandman comics. And also, I think about that same time, the Piers Anthony, The Incarnations of Immortality. He was also the author that did the Xanth series, so you may know him from that. But yeah, it's kind of a semi-common, semi-uncommon idea that gods gain their powers from their believers. So, you know.
So what do you propose?
You spared my life in Raven's Rill. And when you spoke to Jane in Glitterdelve, you weren't the monster that she said you'd be. I don't want to see my sisters destroyed in Jane's pointless war. Too few of us are left. We ask for your mercy, for our sisters and for Jane herself. In return, we'll grant you whatever aid we can.
That's a hell of a deal. Well, they're basically offering to turn traitor. Well, sort of. They're basically saying spare everyone. And if you can avoid killing... Like, because, you know, they're Archons, right? They're the handmaidens of the original creator gods. But they're dying off, just like the magic in the world. So it's kind of a big deal. Also, I just noticed this for the first time ever. Rajani's left arm is kind of like Anjali. She has it's her dominant arm as far as armor, right? Because if you notice, her little, she has like 3 wings on her left side, but her right side just has the 1. That's kind of a neat detail that I never noticed before.
I want to know more about you before I decide.
Quickly then, before someone sees us.
You'd help me defeat your own sisters? How?
We can withdraw from the battle for a start. Of all Jane's handmaids, we are ranked first, and she relies upon us to guide the others.
And we can tell you what lies ahead. The spire is a death trap for the unwary, and finding Jane is not so simple as passing through a door or climbing a stair.
If you've lost confidence in Jane, why follow her at all? Choose a new leader.
Leadership is no matter of choice, not for us. We are bound to Jane, just as we were bound to her mother.
The first sister burns brightest of all. Her fire sustains us. Snuff her out, and we would all begin to fade.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's mother was first sister. What happened to her?
She died. At the moment Jane was born, her fire was passed to her daughter, and her body became an empty shell. The faces of mother and daughter may be different, but the divine spark, the fire that sustains them, that is the same.
That's love. Like, seriously. That would explain why Jane is so enamored of her father. You know, I mean, from what I gather, she never really knew her father. She was like a bastard child and kind of, you know, cast off into an abbey somewhere. But the fact that her mother was willing to sacrifice her life to bear the child of the man that she loved, you know, allegedly, that's significant. Like, that's huge. You know, that's like, hey, I'll sacrifice my life to bear your child, but it'll kill me. That's how much I love you. That's a big deal.
Can you tell me who you are? Where you came from?
Your people call us Archons, but we have no such name for ourselves. We're just sisters, as we've always been. Our only history comes from myths and legends. They say that we served the creator gods before they tumbled to Earth. We have no memory of that time. Our first awareness came with a sense of terrible loss, but we cannot remember what came before.
It's like they were reborn, sort of, when their link to the creators were severed. Was severed? One of that, you know.
A strange way to begin your lives. What did you do?
We wandered the divine realms to tell the truth, I have no way to know. Always searching for some trace of our fallen gods. We had no purpose. Many of our sisters were lost in those years. They wandered off, confused, or their fires guttered out. Jane's mother led us here. She claimed to have found some remnant of the first creation, but she only saw it twice. And we never saw it at all.
Interesting.
All right. I've made up my mind.
Jane is deluded and confused, yes, but please, don't judge all our sisters by her example alone.
So, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna pick Agreed No Killing. I have never chosen these other two. I know for Jane, there's something like 6 endings. And presumably, if you say no deal, it affects the ending for the Archons. Because, like I said, it's like Fallout. Each individual group, each individual character, they have their own end slide. Like, honestly, this game is great. It's great. That's I'm getting a little bit choked up. Getting a little verklempt.
I promised the Queen that I'd spare Jane's life. I'll try to spare your sisters, too.
So Jane was wrong about you after all. When Rajani told me, I didn't believe.
Beyond this gate is the Bailey Garden filled with soldiers. They're fanatics, loyal only to Jane. They think her a saint, and you'll never sway them. At the far side of the garden is a door, protected by a magical seal. 2 of our sisters fashioned that seal from their own living fire. Now their lives are tied to the seal. To pass the door, you would need their consent, and that they'll never give. So you'll have to find them and kill them.
So even more Archons lost. Forever.
I thought you wanted me to spare your sisters' lives.
Those 2, the ones who watch the gate, they're different. No one speaks of them. Not anymore.
The spell they wove has driven them mad. They don't even answer to their old names. We only know them as the Archon of Vengeance and the Archon of War.
Will I find the 2 Archons in the Bailey Garden or somewhere else?
They can't venture far from the seal. Each of them lives in a tower on either side of the garden. We never go inside those towers. We never even go near them, so we can't say what you'll find.
No one goes to Ravenholm. Not anymore.
And on the other side of the door?
The chancel, a place of worship for the zealots who call Jane their living saint. And above that, the Sanctum of Fire, where our sisters dwell.
And by zealots, you mean her soldiers and priests?
In the beginning, they were useful tools, nothing more. An army to protect her from the royal family. She didn't believe she was really a saint. But now, as I said, she's lost her way.
Enough about the Spire. I should be able to find my way.
As you wish. Can we tell you anything more?
Ah.
Are there any hidden places, secrets that Jane wouldn't want me to find?
The dungeon, underneath the Bailey Garden that lies just ahead. Jane keeps her most valuable prisoners there. Look for the stone centerpiece in the middle of the garden. The door to the dungeon is hidden in its base. But you can only open the door by stepping on a golden pressure plate, hidden in the corner of the garden.
I don't think I ever noticed this before. Rajani has the long braid, or whatever you call it, that Anjali has as well.
You haven't told me where I'll find Jane.
No need. She'll find you.
She's somewhere in the spire, probably watching using our eyes as her own. She'll know that we've betrayed her.
That's rough. And kind of weird that the first sister can see what all the others are doing and know where they are at any time.
You should leave this place. And stay away from our soldiers. They'll take you for enemies.
We know how to hide when we must. Wrapped in a cloak, we can pass as beggar maids, as long as we lower our eyes.
May our sisters forgive us for what we've done.
All right. New objective, slay the Archon of War and the Archon of Vengeance. All right, so quests. On Holy Ground, slay the Archon of War and Archon of Vengeance. There we go. All right. Yeah, that took... Ow.
Heads up.
Ow. Okay, so that was a switch. And obviously, you know, it opened that one, and there goes my mirror. That is a little bit annoying that when you use the ability, it doesn't, what is this? Oh, that's a flower. It doesn't lock on, it's just where, you know, it's just wherever you're pointing at the time. Yarg! Oh, there's a treasure chest. Treasure chests. And anything else? Hard to say. Doesn't appear. Alright, another switch. Alright. There you go. These ornate new quest, Dungeon Siege. There you go. These ornate doors are sealed shut. They were probably open from somewhere else in the garden. But not here. This, I believe, was... There you go. Wow, see? He just got in and then died pretty quickly thereafter. And these must be statues of Archons. With the fire and everything. Okay, so there's a... Right, that one's locked. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember... I don't remember where the switch is. But it is somewhere, and we will find it. Oh, right, hang on. Let's, switch to that one. Still this way. Right, so that door is open, and so is that one. But we'll probably have to go in both of these. Arg! So did you guys celebrate International Talk Like a Pirate Day? Oh, there it is. Oh, I see. These are the two towers. Right? Like, this probably won't open, or no, maybe it will. Each of these leads to a tower with... There you go. One with the Archon of War, one with the Archon of Vengeance. New objective, explore the dungeon, which is pretty... If I remember right, it's pretty short. There you go. Get him, Lucas. Get him. And get them, my mirror. My double. Islets of Rage, huh? Well then. If you insist. Right, so the dungeon, she keeps her most valuable prisoners here, from what they say. And we have a save point. Oh, right there. I was like, where is it? Oh, I can't attack. That's, you know, I guess that's fine. We're gonna fight or be able to attack soon enough. See, there you go. Get some gold. It looks pretty secure. And another really deep little pit. We never found out where that other one went. Okay, these guys are... whatever, we'll use all three. Why not? Okay, anything... What is that? Nope, can't open it. Not yet. And we can go up there, though. And we can go in here. Oh, yeah, that's weird. A muscle in my shoulder.
Over here! Please help me!
Muscle in my shoulder just decided to twitch like crazy for some reason. I don't know why.
One more down.
That's right, Lucas. That is right. You're the man.
You're not one of Cassinda's mercenary dogs. Please, for the love of mercy, let me out of here!
I'd prefer to know why you're in there before I free you.
That's fair, that's fair. I'm a thief, sir, and I shan't deny it. I'm proud of it, but there it is. Please don't leave me to these zealots. I swear, I only wanted to find something I could sell to buy medicine for me poor wee daughter.
I could say he's lying, but who knows?
What's wrong with your daughter?
Why, she's got, Arachnoid dropsy. Her and her two sisters. Triplets, you see. Terrible disease. Did I mention they're orphans? All right, that's a lie. Tell you what I'll do. They stashed all me contraband in a chest someplace around here. Let me out, and when I get it back, I'll give you a nice, hefty discount on whatever you like.
That's a fair trade.
Where might I find the keys to these cells?
The jailer carries them. He lingers at the north end of the cell block, though he passes through here to torment us often enough.
I'll return when I have the keys then.
All right. Yep, find the jailer's key, which we don't have. So he's a shopkeeper, but he's not the secret one. I'm sure he probably has some pretty good stuff, though. Let me double check the quests here. Find the jailer's key. We're still on it. That's good. Which way? We go this way. Can we go this other way? That is the question. Probably not. Yep, I assume that also requires the key. Oh, look at those guys. Look at them. Boom. Well, take that, guys. Man, I love that, geometry of annihilation. That's awesome. That's the best. Counter impetus capacitor. All right.
By Azunai's blood, where did you lot come from? No matter, we'll put you in your place soon enough.
Oh, there he is. Well. Oh, is he the one that steals all the focus? Well, jailer's key received. Decide Fitch's fate. New objective, release the noble prisoners. We'll release Fitch too. I mean, you know. Right, see, there's a quest mark on the other side over there. Plus, it'll be nice to have a shopkeeper to sell some of this stuff to. Yeah. Now, I don't actually remember where the secret shop is. I just know that there is one. Because I've found it a few times. It seems to be fairly obvious, but I can never... I mean, you know, I don't remember exactly where it is. It's been like a... You know... It's been a while since I played this.
Have you got the keys yet?
Yes.
Of course. Just let me get this door unlocked.
Hazanai, bless your soul, friend. You're a true hero, you are, and I'll be sure as to tell anyone I meet.
Yeah. Well, at least he has sacred breaches in his, you know, cell, or whatever. I don't remember where we find him, to be honest, but he's somewhere. Not in here, apparently. I figured he'd hang around, but, you know, obviously it's been a minute. Okay, here you go. Alright, just, you know, hit the Cyclops, right? Just hit him a lot. Just keep hitting him. There we go. Shinbalds of quickness. Shine balds? I don't know.
My sincerest thanks for my liberation. You have our deepest din of iniquity, freeing us from that dreadful captivity.
Yeah, no problem. They're basically political prisoners. So, you know.
I do hope you made that jailer suffer
You're with
before
the
he
Legion?
expired.
I'd heard that all of you were dead.
Yeah, we're not. Something death greatly overrated. Whatever. Why can I not? This cell door appears to be sealed. Someone welded it shut to ensure that whoever was inside would never get out. If you wish to enter the cell, you'll need to find another way in. Yep.
Thank you. I thought I'd rot in there for sure. I shall certainly bear this in mind when considering any future donations to the Azonite Church.
Deed gained Liberator. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see. Where? You freed all the prisoners in the Spire dungeon plus 5 agility, which is fine. You know? There you go. Quest completed, Dungeon Siege. I mean, it shows you on the map, right? That there's a little secret passage. This dead woman was a priestess. A symbol of Asnai still hangs about her skeletal neck. She was probably a dissident who opposed Jane Cassinder's rise to power. Yeah, see, Jane is not necessarily a good person. But we did agree to spare her life. And it's Hand of Asnai. Why does Lucas always get all the good stuff? And, it might not be that good, though. It was only like 15,000 for a unique. We were getting 30,000 stuff in the DLC, so there you go. But no, you know, what is it? Not forgiveness, but something to one's enemies, conciliation, rectification, whatever those words are, I don't remember. You know, such and such, making amends with one's enemies, basically. Legend tells us that Azunai was a human of Navitic descent who lived during the First Age before the Empire of Stars. Born into a nomadic tribe, he led a rebellion against the wicked giant king, Zaramoth, and freed humanity from the tyrant's oppression. In the final confrontation with the giant king, most stories agree that Azunai was slain. For centuries afterwards, he was merely seen as a historical hero until the famous vision of Saint Elishiva and the birth of the Azunite Church. The faithful assume the mortal Azunai and the divine Azunai are single entity, but we cannot prove this is so. The apostate philosopher Hildesmund refers to Azunai as a sunset god, perhaps the last surviving deity since the fall of the creator gods and heir to their place in the cosmic order. He also points to the startling similarities between the so-called Radiant Youth, a spirit guide who has appeared to members of the 10th Legion since its founding, and visions of Azunai as described by the saints. Hildesmund has even gone so far as to suggest that the two figures are one and the same, though neither church nor Legion authorities have ever supported his claims. Okay, so there you are. If you ever had to wonder, I mean, that pretty much confirms that Azunai and the Radiant Youth are the same being. Oh, let's check out some of this stuff, right? So stamina, armor, block, but you lose will and all that stuff. Lose will, gain armor. That's pretty decent, but I'm gonna keep what I've got. Vengeful, probably same with that. Determined breaches, these are pretty decent, except for the block. And then sacred breaches, no. Tell me about the, whatever this is, counter impetus faster, not great. Oh, is that all? That's not all. Oh, whatever. Okay. Lucas, fierce rapier, no. Shinbalds of quickness, no. Hand of Azunai, lose stamina, lose will, gain armor, lose block, no one cares. Gain. Gain Chaos Fighter and warding. So basically some armor and Chaos Fire and warding for stamina and will. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, actually. Yeah, I mean, sure, armor goes up by 15, but you lose 20 to both DPSs, and you lose like 400 hit points. So that's not cool. Islets of Rage. No. Swift Zweihander. Also no. Blighted Claymore, eh. And the switching made him lose some hit points, but, you know, oh, he used the healing things. That's, okay. That's alright. Switch back to our quests. You'd think it would just automatically switch back to the unholy ground thing, right? I mean, that seems... It seems like what it should do. Alright, Spire Dungeon. We'll just save over this one. It's fine. Now what I'd like to do is... We have a little bit less than half an hour. I'd like to get at least one. Yarg! At least one of the Archons. You know, take out at least one of the Archons. That would be nice. Don't know if it'll happen. Right, that's presumably the gate that is sealed. I don't know why we couldn't just jump over it, though. You know? It's like... or... You know, jump over it, climb over it, whatever. Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, let's, Okay. Shocking Gladius. We'll go this way first, I suppose, because that's what the orbs tell me to do. All right. Get it, Lucas. So, something that I just want to point out real fast. You know, let me take a drink first. Just water at the moment. Just water at the moment. I'm super thirsty. I like that if I die, if my character dies, it's not the end. It's not the end of the mission. Lucas can still revive me. That's huge. You know? That's a huge deal. I've played too many games, you know, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, where, you know, where they, if the main party member dies, you lose. Archon Handmaid, so this is not the same one. Oh crap, nope, I need to do it like that. There you go. Is that her? Yes, it is. I mean, kind of. Okay, so she is... Okay, and then she just jumps away. So I don't know if you agree or if you refuse the request and you're just like, I'm gonna kill them all. I wonder if she just like falls and, you know what I mean, like the rest of the people, where she just like is laying down completely and then disappears, as opposed to getting, you know, falling to her knees and then jumping away. I've always been curious about it, but I never want to do it, you know? It doesn't feel right. I don't think there's a... Oh, there's some gold up there, though. Get it, Lucas. Get it. Thank you. There's guys up there. Clogs of Resolve. I don't think these... Somewhere there's a breakable wall in one of these towers. I don't know which one it is. It's fairly obvious, though, I think. You cannot save your game until combat is ended. Well then. I don't know where this combat is, but we'll figure it out. There you go. Kill them all. Let Asnai sort them out. Yep. Meanwhile, my mirror image is just up there wrecking all kinds of crap. Like, I'm pretty sure it's on the... It shows you on the map. Empowered ability unlocked, Mirror Leap. I haven't used empowered abilities at all. Okay, so we'll go the other way. Crown of Rage. I'm still really tempted to try and do a playthrough of, like, Path of Exile. But
One more down.
I just don't know. You know, it's a Diablo clone. Or, well, a what Diablo used to be clone. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably edit out. Man, I don't know, because that's the thing. I don't like editing stuff out. It just feels weird. Ow. So I don't know. Maybe I mean, you know, there's plenty of other games instead. Okay, so maybe it's not this one. Oh wait, hang on. Did we? No, we went this way. I think it shows up on the other map. It's in one of the towers, the hidden shop. Like it's on the map. Oh, maybe hang on. No, that seems to be the cannons. Or does it? Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. That sounded like I broke something and coins fell, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my mind breaking or something. I don't know. Regardless. Still, it is pretty impressive, like, how people play Path of Exile. Like, they basically speedrun it, kind of, to get to the grinding at the end, because the whole thing is grinding. And it's like it's like 4 hours to get to the end of the main campaign. You know, and once you do the end of the main campaign, that's when you get the end game content, which is more grinding. But honestly, I like just taking my time. I don't like rushing through it. Even though it's slower, I still have fun.
All this fire and blood and the screams of dying men. The stench of burst guts, sweltering heat of battle lust. Taste of copper and fear. Armies wheel and clash. Steel turns to flame in the morning sun. Forever and unchanging. War without end. War without end. What is this? The foeman seeks to steal a march. To arms! To arms! May the line hold strong!
Archon of War, there she is. So it's, I mean, kind of reminds me of a quote from Metal Gear Solid 5, which is just another day in a war without end, which is a great quote, by the way. Clockwork Trap. Yeah, alright. Lose some hit points that are transferred to Reinhardt in the form of healing. Yeah, sure, why not? And this is our last level, so boom. See, Lucas's stuff is way better. Or at least, you know. And yeah, that was super fast as far as killing her. But the whole, yeah. I love that quote so much. It helps me kind of feel... It sounds weird, but, you know, when you're having a shit day at work and you're just like, why do I have to do this? It just feels better to be like, you know, it's just another day in a war without end. You know, it's like, this is what we gotta do. It's not gonna change. It's, you know, it just keeps going. And that's all you can do. West turret. We'll overwrite the save there. Let's check, see if we got anything good. Orbis belt. When did I pick this up? It's not. No, it's not as good. Just not as good. Will down armor and stamina up and blah blah blah. Should I even look at these? Meh. You know. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so you lose some stamina, but will and armor go up. Let's take a look, right? Okay, so I'm gonna stick with this. Gotta go with the hit points. And Circuit of Valor, agility, attack, lose will, lose armor, momentum, no. And Lucas, no. Okay, well. We still have time. We might be able to make it to some of the other, you know, we might be able to get to the Archon of Vengeance. Depending, you know. It's possible. See, this looks like... Oh, okay, there you go. Alright. I was like, hang on a sec, that map doesn't match. Still, probably nothing great. We'll have to take a look. There's some stuff. Lots of clogs. I don't think Lucas... No, Lucas didn't get anything. Coronet of Resolve. Stamina up, will down, armor up, block up. So I guess the question is it worth getting rid of a little bit of will for some stamina and armor and losing cast fire and lightning? And I say maybe, right? Let's check it. Okay, so 2100 to... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Better armor, better hit points. You only lose maybe 20 of the ability DPS. It's not a huge deal. Okay, tell me about reinforced clogs. Armor in exchange for will. Lose some stamina. Oh, heck no. Heck no. This might be good, though. Will up, armor up. Lose some stamina. Lose about 100 hit points. Heck yeah. Okay, we'll go with those. Counter impetus generator. Impetus. No. Okay, Lucas, you got nothing. Thank you, Matt, for showing us the way. Alright. Oh yeah, another thing was the whole... It talked about the march, right? Like last episode, or maybe the one before. And it said, if it wasn't men of... Like the automatons, right? The automatons marched. And since if it was ordinary men, a lot of them would die. And like that's a real thing from, you know, inventory full. See, there you go. That's why we need the where did Fitch go? Where are you, Fitch? I think he shows up at the end. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Lucas got something there. Tough cuirass. No. No. Let's see if we can get rid of... Do we have some white stuff? Oh, transmute. Yes. Coater's a rage. Yes. Got rid of 2. You know what? Let's, items. Dawnblade. Right. We'll, enchant. What do we want to enchant with? Doom. For critical hits. Retribution. Stagger would probably be good. Vampire might be good as well. Or warding. We'll do vampire. Can we do another? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try another one. Let's see if it gives him 50. It does. Wow. Okay, but that's enough. It also... What the hell? I got staggered or something.
Back into the fray.
All right, Lucas, don't get us killed, please. There we go.
Well now, that's a great improvement.
Ouch. Well then, that was crappy. Not what I wanted. Minor vampire essence. So you could still do the minor ones. And... oh, there you go. Okay. Still, that was his two-handed sword that I believe I enchanted, not his one. But yeah, no, what I was saying was, like, people would, in, you know, quote-unquote olden days, they would die on marches. Large gold bar. Right on. You know, it's like if your commander or whoever decided that, yeah, you had to get from this point to this point, then that's what you were doing. Of course, they were riding a horse. You know, that's Azunite Lieutenant. Okay, so now we have to fight an Azunite Lieutenant. And before... well, there goes my inventory full again. I mean, you know. Islets of Rage. Yeah, transmute. Yes, okay. Anything else? Anything white? Enforced generator, yeah, get rid of that one. Password protection, yep. Fascinating. You know? Well, alright then. That should be enough for now. Counter impetus circuit of vengeance, presumably. And there you go. I think you... Yep, I think Lucas is using his two-handed. Yes, he is. Right on. Carapace of Sanctuary. Okay, so there is a shop. We can see it on the map. We don't have very much time. Time is running out. Okay, got stuck on the treasure chest. That's no good. So we need to get to the shop soon. Question is how.
Be on guard.
Well, okay. There you go. Alright. Okay. Grab this gold. And then there is a chest up there. That's probably the shop, I would imagine. Inventory full, you mother trucker. Okay, but before we do that, let's see, agility attack, minus will, minus armor. I'm gonna say no. Breath of Vengeance, stamina up, will down, armor's the same, block, retribution, maybe. Barrette of Sanctuary, you lose will, but you get stamina, armor, and warding. Okay, that wasn't a huge loss. Let's see. No, oh. Thought we were gonna have to select her, like, abilities and stuff for a second there. Alright, Crown of Rage, there you go. And it's the fire demon looking thing. Carapace of Sanctuary, new. And that's good. Oh, right, inventory's still full. Okay, in that case, Crown of Rage, Tough Salad. Tell me if we've got any white. I'm gonna say probably not at this point. It's probably all green. Green is white. Green is probably okay. Well, in that case, let's see. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one. Okay, Van Braces of Rage. We probably should have gotten rid of more stuff, but... Okay, we've been down there. And no, it's just you probably go up here and then around and it's there. I guess I'll save. I guess I'll save and stop. I don't want to stop. I don't want to, but... I mean, we saved, right? Spire Bailey, yeah. I guess I will. Alright guys, well that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I want to keep going, but it's starting to get late, and I can't. Plus, it's about an hour, and that's enough. That's enough for one video, you know. Yeah. So what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? As I choke back a yawn. For me, it's actually... I rewatched some of H.C. Bailey's videos. I talk about him every once in a while. He's a pretty good YouTuber. Does a lot of... He primarily focuses on, like, walkthroughs for JRPGs. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely check him out, because he'll play through a game like 4 or 5 times before actually recording the walkthrough. So that way he's you know, he's experienced in it, and he's basically doing it as fast as he possibly can, you know, without spending too much time. You know, it's a reasonable thing. And, you know, just familiarizing himself with the game and trying a bunch of different strategies and stuff, I guess, so he knows how best to show people the game. He also tries to show, like, as much of the game as he can, and so it's good. I mean, it's good. You know, I enjoy his stuff, and I haven't watched him in a while, but, you know, I put some on while I was playing some, while I was doing a little bit of grinding in Path of Exile earlier, and that was really nice. But that's my unique positive moment, so hopefully yours is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.